Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match your vibration with the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. This is not philosophy, this is physics. I love that quote from Bashar, who is a spiritual channeler. I guess it's the entity that is channeled through a man named Daryl. But anyway, it's a phenomenal quote, and it speaks to this idea that all we have to do is shift our vibration to attract what we want and achieve the results we want to achieve in our life. Now, the lower vibration can be translated to our feelings, because our feelings are our conscious awareness of the vibration we're living in. And so if you've noticed that there's these patterns of just falling back to those old feelings, that it's like, oh, this is impossible, I can't do it, I'm not enough, this is so hard. If you've been feeling that, and you've been falling back into that, then this video is for you. Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin Carton, and I help people live their soul's purpose. So let's dive into these 3 energy hacks so that you can stop falling into these patterns of lower vibration, and so you can step into living in the higher vibrational states, which I know you've touched, you've experienced before, but haven't been able to just sustain over time. And that's the whole work of just sustaining that higher vibration that is in alignment with the results we want to create. So the first hack is a very simple one. I'm sure you've heard of it before, and if not, you already have a practice of it. But as you hear, just check in. How are you doing with it? How consistent are you with this practice? The energy hack is meditation, daily meditation. And it's not even a matter of having to sit down and go in silence for 10-15 minutes a day, although I highly recommend that form of the meditation because that's what I do, and it's, I believe, one of the highest forms of meditation. But it could simply be taking a meditative walk, or even while you're doing the dishes, you're focusing on what you're doing. Your mind is not going everywhere. The whole purpose of meditation is literally just to have a one-pointed focus. And the reason that's an energy hack is because when we fall into these lower vibrational patterns, these lower vibrational states, ultimately, we're just not focused on the present moment. We're thinking about all the things we have to do when we get overwhelmed. Or we focus on the past and like what didn't work out, and we come back to these lower states of vibration which we've lived in the past. Or we're worried about the future. Can I do this? In the present moment is where your power is. And so meditation helps you step into the eternal now. And as you do so, it's natural to have your vibration rise and match the state of the reality that you want. And meditation also has a side benefit, is you learn a tool called metacognition. Metacognition. And it's the ability to notice what you're noticing, to be aware of what you're aware of. And so you develop that capacity with meditation so that when you are noticing yourself thinking thoughts that are bringing your vibration down, then you can catch yourself way quicker. And meditation helps develop that capacity. And if you want to go in a deeper study on the metacognition ability, you can watch my other video. It's called Your Number One Spiritual Power. The second energy hack is another simple one, but again, check in with yourself. How you doing with this? It's having a clear vision and then visualizing yourself living the life that you know you want to live. And that's like, visualizing is the piece that I think most people are not consistent with. And that's why it's so helpful to have a coach. It's the work that I do, but also me, myself, I have a coach that helps me keep accountable with visualizing on a daily basis. Because Dr. Joe Dispenza says this best, that you have to learn the vibration of the reality that you want to create. You have to get emotionally involved in it and train your mind, train your brain to tune to that state of being, to tune to that reality. Because your thoughts are powerful. As you think a thought, it generates a vibration in your brain, and it starts to cascade different molecules, peptides, different chemicals from your pituitary gland down into your body and generates this energy that we call feeling. So you can literally program your mind and body to feel what it feels like to be living the life that you want. You don't need the money or the education or the experience or anything that you think that you need. all you need first is to match the vibration of the reality you want to create, as I began with this video. And so we start to get to know that vibration, know that feeling, know what it's like to walk around and be that person. So having a clear vision helps with that, because you then know exactly what you're picturing in your mind. So the exact number of dollars you want to earn in a year, the exact job you're doing and how many clients you're serving, or what work you're doing. If you're writing a book or speaking or traveling or doing sports or dancing or art or whatever, you're literally seeing yourself doing that. So when you visualize, then you can actually see first person of what you're doing. It's like you're in a movie, but you're the actor or actress, and you're seeing that. So that's how you get emotionally involved in it. And the reason that helps in stopping yourself falling into old vibrations is because you're saturating your mind with more of the new. And so when you get to notice when you're falling off track a lot easier, because you already know the vibration you want to be living in, and you're living in it most often. So you just become more conscious and aware of when you're falling off track. Because it's okay to get off track. We all do it. We're all human. That's not the problem. The problem is how quickly we get back on track. And it's way easier when we know the vibration. We feel it. We've built that relationship with it. And a quick side note before we get into energy hack number 3 is, if you love help in crystallizing your vision, getting more clear about it, and then learning the steps on how to visualize, then I encourage you to download the Soul Purpose Blueprint that I created specifically for that. And you can click the link in the description or somewhere on this video, you might see it. Now, energy hack number 3 is knowing your no, and a bonus is knowing your yes. But knowing your no is the main component of this. Because when we are falling back into our old patterns, often it's thoughts that we're so used to thinking, it's actions or behaviors that are just become a habit for us, like we binge eat when we are stressed, or we just watch Netflix when we're bored or we're confused. That was a big one for me several years ago. Or there are people really that are vying for your attention, but you know that their presence in your life over a sustained amount of time is really not conducive to your growth. And it's honestly keeping you in the same loop of a vibration. And so saying no is extremely powerful. And it doesn't have to be insensitive. You can say no and be respectful and inspire people actually when they notice that you're feeling aligned with your no. It's not saying nope, like get out of my life. It's like, no, I would prefer to do X, Y, and Z. I'm saying no because I am being this person now. So it's not allowing yourself to fall back into those patterns that are so normal, because it's like a gravitational pull to the familiar that we feel. But no is a decision. And the root word of decision comes from, I think it's a Greek word that means to cut away from. So cutting away from is literally like, no, I am no longer being a part of that. Whether it's thoughts, beliefs, actions, people, there's many things we have to say no to. And I guarantee you, as you're listening to me say this, I'm sure there are some things popping up. It's like, yep, I should say no to that. Well, is this your time? It could be. You have to make that decision though, and align with it. And it's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be hard. But the value of this is, of course, your dream. It's in these little moments when you say no, that means you're saying yes. Then the flip side of the same coin, you're saying yes to the life that you want to create, to that higher vibration. And I've experienced this in my life, that I just feel more proud of myself. And I'm just more trusting of myself when I'm saying no, when I feel a no, and saying yes when I feel a yes. So that's it, my friend. Those are the 3 energy hacks. And I'd love to hear from you. What energy hacks have you used to increase your vibration and stop yourself from falling into these habits and patterns? Because I know there's plenty, maybe infinite number of ways. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found value in this, feel free to subscribe and share this video with someone who you know you can provide value to. So I'll see you in another video, and I hope you have an amazing day.